today that I posted, what came to your mind? What was your mental approach when you processed the flyer? Okay. Let's take this one out. See, okay. I wanna go. Some of you, your mics are on. Okay, let me do that for you guys. I mean, if you this is your first time of being here, okay, put first time on the chat. First time. If it's your first time, okay, let me know if it's your first time on the chat. So I want to be able to guide your expectation in this call. It's not a regular call. This is the first one I'm holding in the year. All right. This type of call, this is the first one I'm holding in the year, and it's also to introduce what's going to be happening in the course of the year. But at the same time, I want to put a premium to what the core is going to be all about. Yes, we're going to make money. We're gonna insert market insight. But we're not trading binary options today. Because binary option have to be engaging. Except maybe after what I want to do, we can trade. Okay, yeah. So there's still the option. There's still the option of that. So this is just to guide your expectation. Because why? What you want to experience is programmed. Okay. That's the moment. Let me put that on first. So would there be binary option? It's not a promise, but I think, yeah, based on how the temple of the call go. But what's really my priority this morning? Okay, so when I say a trading mentorship, okay, it is deep. And I want you guys to, so many of you are going to slide out because what's the right word? Because you're already engaged. Okay. You're already engaged. You have expectations. You are guided with impulse. Okay, you're moving in direction of feeding an impulse. So yeah, you may not like this kind of session, I promise you. All right, this is a session designed for those in a journey. All right, so I need everyone to write the word journey on the chat. That's where it gets started. Okay, in every journey there is a destination, there is a direction. Okay, and there is a drive. So the drive and the driver are one. The direction and the destination are external. It's a mindset. Success is a mindset. I'm already recording, don't worry. I'm recording this on YouTube. And the vision for the year, for you to understand a journey. So we are all on a journey right now. And there is something I want to be able to communicate. So I wrote, we're going to be doing risk management. We're going to be talking about broker management. Okay, these are instruments or structures of trading growth. Okay, but most importantly, I also write the growth mindset because at the end of the day, one of the things it boils down to is the mind of the person who's learning. Okay, there has to be a continuous mental assistance to that mind. Okay, because most people, they are automatically by default has been shaped and programmed, okay, for mediocrity, for lack. Okay, so it's like there's a certain cap. Some people do not have the capacity to break past. Okay, they may be in the environment, they may have the resources, but they do not have the mental structure to break past some capacity. And even as well as we say this often. People hear, but in few seconds they forget. After, the experience of, training, mindset, they forget. All right. Because why? You get caught up in the same web that produce, the person. So one thing that has to happen continuously, okay, is a constant reminder, kind of like a training, a program to reshape, reform, all right, and remodel the mind of success. It's a journey. Okay. It's a journey. So I don't just want to be someone who gives people an opportunity to grow. I'm someone who's watching out for people growing. It's two different mindsets. Okay. Many of you are in the group right now. Are you experiencing growth? Are you mastering growth? Okay. Are you shaping yourself for growth? Because that is truly the mindset of the vision wrapped in the 2020. I need you guys to now operate from the standpoint of vision. Okay. I need you guys to write vision on the chat. So everything I'm going to train you, I need you guys to understand that it is selfish. There is a bias to my training. And because there's a bias, and many people don't even understand what that means, okay? And I'm going to break down being a coach and a mentor. So this is a mentorship call right now. This is a training, okay? And the training is designed to shape the student. Because for you to have success and proof, for you to get to a certain level of success, you need to have proof of success, proof of work. All right. I need you guys to write this down. Proof of work. Many people, they are on experiential mode. They think they just want to experience success. Okay. Which is what social media, what today everybody have an opportunity to experience every level, every layer, every structure of success. Experience is free. Okay. But if it doesn't move from experience to determination and conscious effort, which is a program, the structure of a program, then you cannot hold it, you cannot retain it. So, Kenry, what are you trying to say? I'm gonna try my best to be fast. It's a whole lot, okay? There is a journey and there's a program of direction. You have to put yourself and apply yourself in that program and have proof of work. Okay, it means you have to determine and put yourself in a state of a student. Okay, one of the things I say lightly and I say most of the time that a lot of people don't understand is I am very good. All right, I know how to learn. Okay, and many people don't know the difference of the how to learn, what to learn. Many people learn to trade. Many people learn how to trade. What makes the difference? People learn to become. Successful people learn to become. And for you to become, you have to understand the structures and strategies of what you're learning. Okay. Over the years, many of you could track your trading knowledge back to you want to do, and some of you are already doing it. And this is the need why I'm doing this. Okay. And I'm going to be maybe once a month, I'm going to be having, this type of training structures, all right, to guide you, to remind you, to be like an psychological accountability structure so that you can track yourself. Okay. I don't want to ask the question, are you guys getting value? I know what you're going to say. All right. Okay. Are you guys getting value? For the free access, are you guys getting remarkable value? So, now I want to ask another question. Have you guys been in an environment before this? Be very honest. Don't blacklist your past. That you've gotten value. But you were not a product of the value. Don't blacklist your past. there's something I want to be able to help you guys understand. It's not for the small minds. All right. So I can tell you, many of you don't understand the question. So the truth is, you will get value today. You have gotten value yesterday. You've been getting value over the last. Many of you knew me from I am. It means you got value in I am. Many of you knew me through the process of trading, maybe through the internet. All right. Many of you have known people who were successful, who had structures, and you were part of it, but you did not get value. Okay, you got value, but you did not become a product of value. Are you guys getting my scope, my train of thought? So there is a problem. The problem is not the lack of value, it's the understanding of processing value. So many of you are experiencing value, but you're not processing value. That's really what I want. My vision for this year, okay, is to grow a community that understands value. So operations might be, modus operandi might be different. Okay. That's the truth. I want to be able to help you understand, because the truth is, I've never been in an environment that I did. If there is success in that environment, I cannot say today I remember any environment that I was in that I did not add value or got value from. There is none. I'm shaped that way. Before I got into the business structure, I was shaped spiritually to understand value and capitalize value. I prioritize value more than products. Okay. I prioritize process more than product. So big, see, I did that when I was poor. I built that structure. I understood that that structure was built in me even when I lacked money. And that structure has shaped me in every phase of my life. Okay, I get into an environment that I made my first see where people are failing, I cannot fail as if people are succeeding. If I get into, as long as I can get proof of success, that is why. And it's a mindset. And this is the mindset I want to sell. I want to sell this mindset. And if I can do it for free, I would. Okay. It's a mindset. And not until you grow into that mindset, you cannot capitalize on the things of value, despite the fact that you're experiencing them. You're experiencing value right now. 2027, you will still keep experiencing value. And you will think the experiential phase will shape you. No. The experiential phase will give you proof of concept, just like trading. I believe you guys, most of you are new, but if you've been following me, one of the things I've told you is, if you want to build a trading strategy, what's the first thing you need? You need data of proof of work, proof of strategy, true or true. So if I want to master a strategy, let's say, all right, the break of structure or the change of character or market structure or price action, whatsoever trading I'm training you right now, okay? If it has to be a strategy, what is a trading strategy? A trading strategy is a combination of a concept, a strategy, and a risk plan. That is a trading system, all right? A trading system, a concept, a strategy, which is the approach, and a money plan. That is how to get a trading system. Many people just learn trading strategies. Because why? Now, this is where the error is. Oh, Kenry, stay in line. Oh man, there's a lot to do here now. I can't stay in line, stay in line. Okay. All many people know in trading, they are more energetic towards is trading strategies, which is void of concept, okay, and improper with money management. Many people have conflict with money management because there is no concept of work. Okay, the only thing they are involved in is the win and the losses of entries. Or so there is a knowledge of how to enter a trade, break or whatever strategy it is, but there is no full grasp, okay, of the concept of why to enter and a plan of money management attached to it. So your trading strategy is not good. It's not producing the right result, not because it is bad. It is because it is incomplete. And many traders have suffered and have been victims of incomplete trading system. So I have trading strategies, but they are inside my trading system. Because if you want to be a successful trader, you need a trading system, a trading blueprint. And that consists of a trading concept, when they say, do you have a trading system or a trading plan? What they're trying to do you have a trading system? What is your system of trading? Okay. Many people are experiential traders. They trade anything. They come into the market. Okay, the market is buying. They just want to find ways to buy, and they put money. And so dig data. Dig data. All right. It's just that some people are not even informed that there is a data that analyzes what everybody does in this market. Do you guys know that? Okay. It's expensive, but some of us have got a hand on it. We got a hands on data. So when I trained, see, it is not easy to, I love you. All right. It is not easy to know what I know and not be making millions every day. Despite the fact that I can. But for me to be disciplined enough to have $1,000 account and just do $20, you get why? Somebody say get why on the chat. You guys understand that English? All right. I have dreams of Lamborghini. I have dreams of yacht buying, but they are faded because I understood that it takes structures to build dreams. You don't achieve dreams. Your structures reflect them. There is a decision you have to make as a trader, and that is a hard decision. It is a decision to choose what type of trader do you want to become. All right. If it's a proper mentorship right now, that's a question, and I will need a feedback. Then we'll be accountable. We'll deal with it. But I'm just giving you guys an overview structure. Take it down. Reflect on these things. Okay. Because these are the things that's going to shape you. And I'm going to give you guys some data to help you. Okay. In this trading environment, there are categories of experiences. You want to be careful the ones that get your interest. Okay. There are people who say high, what's the word? Okay, the quick scheme. Okay, I need you guys to write these categories down. The quick scheme. So we have scalpers, we have intraday traders, and we have swingers. Okay. Now that's type of trading. In the block of trading, what trading say majorly are in three forms. I think maybe three major forms. Okay. One, all right, is quick money. The quick money concept. All right. Another one is investment concept. There's the moment. Okay, today is family day. I decided to show up. All right. Okay. So the quick money concept. Then we have the investment structure. Okay. Then the wealth foundation. Only a few will get this. Many of you, you are just exposed to the quick money concept. So the quick money concept are those people who come in, all right, and they're already framed that this is a success environment that can shape their life, and they put a time frame in their mind. They have put a time frame in their mind for them to be successful in trading. I want to ask a very beautiful question. Okay, some of you are here 5 years right now, 3 years right now. Your first year, did you imagine that in your 5 years time you have not still mastered trading? Did you imagine when you got started with all of those enthusiasm and everything? Did you imagine that in 5 years time you still not be successful as a trader? Did you imagine that? And guess what? If we do not have this type of conversation, another 5 years can run by. Some of you will quit, you come back again. Because you're going to realize that, man, this deal is really working. What am I missing? And you go find another mentor thinking it's about the mentor, it's about the structure, it's about the company. Because you would know by data what service will tell you, man, this is the real deal. But you are not the real deal. Something you're not doing. Because why? Your fixation. Many of you are you're fixated on quick weight. And the problem is because of where you're coming from, financial constraints. The mind is structured to always bail out. So you're looking for a bailout. Are you guys following me? Put 100. So the problem for your attitude is not the system, it's not trading, it's your influence, your personal influence. So you like quick bailout. You like many people fall in the quick scheme. All right. And there are many mentors in that scheme, many trading structures. Businesses are built around that because that is where people are. Businesses are built where people are. So I said something. Everything you are today is a program of the things you see, you're exposed to, you hear. Your mindset will be different when you begin to hear different things, see different things. All right. Put yourself in a different environment and experience different things. Your mindset, everything you are today, you find out that it's totally going to be different in the next 3 years. So my environment could be a lie. But come on, can't breathe. Are you guys with me? Am I losing anyone? So it may be like a story session, but it's a training. Okay. And today's one might not be structured in depth, but today is overview so that we can break this down into the year by the grace of God. Are we together? Okay. But I want to be able to reflect some data. Personal reflection is very important for change. Many of you have not really reflected on yourself. You've not reflected on the last 3 years. What did you do to make a difference, but didn't make a difference? Okay. And you're in the same journey. You're in another form of experiential journey right now. You think just because we are going back to back right now, somewhere in October, you're going to have a 6-figure account. Let me tell you the truth. That is an imagination that may not come to pass. That shouldn't sound shocking because guess what? Have you guys not been in an environment that you're having back-to-back trades before? Back-to-back training, back-to-back trades? Be honest. Haven't you guys? And don't blacklist your past. Many of you people have. Okay. I was a product of I Am Academy. I wasn't a coach in I Am Academy. I was a product of I Am Academy. Many of you learned from me in I Am Academy, but guess what? I was a student like you. What made the difference? Do I have another type of head? No. I learned from everything I knew. I didn't learn from outside. I learned from the system. It means the same value you were exposed to, I got exposed to it. But what made the difference is not the system, it's the person. I need everybody to write the word trader on the chart. The trader. The trader makes the difference. It's not the market. It's not the mentorship. It's not the system. It's not the strategy. It's the trader. Who is the trader? So there are a few things I want to be able to give to you guys. I want to sell to you guys free of charge. It's knowledge, it's psychology, it's mindset. Because if you do not get the trader right, you will not become the trader. You will not have the success. So I've told you guys that there's a scope of the quick money, there's scope of the investment, and there's scope of wealth. Which should you like? As a trader, which do you want to fall in? Now, I'm going to tell you, your answers are true. Everything you write down right now is true about you. Okay. This is where you have to detach yourself from all of your expectation, because everything you write here right now is true. None of you, few of you, it will be very shocking that none of you will write quick money. You see right now? But if I say, do you like quick money? You will say yes. But now that I've given you guys a scope of the categories of people who play in this market, or how this market phase out or phase experiences, the quick money, why are you not picking the quick money? But guess what? That is what you are doing. 99% of people approach the market with the quick money phase. The quick money, they buy into the quick money phase. That's the trap of this environment. I didn't come into Forex. You see, one of the things that was different about me, quick money was never my mindset from the beginning. Some people will say, oh, maybe I can read you. You're already a six-figure trader before you came in. So you were not influenced by financial inadequacies. Okay, good. That may be true. All right, that may be true. But have I been broke before? I never had anything. How did I come to six figures? It's the same structures. The same structures of money operate globally across every phase of money. It's not the system, it's the person. Not until you understand this truth, your approach will not be different. Okay. So if I cannot sell the mindset through Forex, I may be able to sell it through business. What am I trying to sell? The approach. I need everyone to write approach. It is very critical to study your own approach, because your approach will tell the structure, your data in your approach will tell you the phase you fall in. Oh, now you guys are written wealth. Many of you are reading investment. Investment leads to wealth. So many of you buy into wealth. Okay. So there's an investment trader and there's a structured wealth. Do you know? Okay. Man, Kendra, are they ready for this? I don't know if I should open up to that level. Okay. Are you guys ready for me? While you are busy getting framed, trying to make money, grasp money, understand money, people are using you to build business. Why? They operate in a different phase. Same value, same environment, same experience. They are cashing out while you're busy being dug in. So I'm a practical person. When I came in, all right, my idea was impact. I was already building a wealth structure. So my approach was different. In the phase, long story short, in the phase of my 8 years experience, what you guys are looking for as the quick scheme, I have it. I didn't have to pursue it. Is this, like I said, it's the same experience, it's the same market, the same structures, but your approach will determine it all. The determination or the determinant, the determining factor is your approach. Now, let me put a data on all of the approach. More than 98% of the quick scheme gets stuck. Only 2% scale by default. So you see that narrative, they always say over 98%, don't even go as fast, because 96 to 98% of people coming to the first Forex industry within the first 9 months, they quit. How many of you have heard that narrative? You've heard that. You're still hearing it. You're still going to hear it next 10 years. And guess what? They say it with boldness, just like they tell you the population of the world today is 8 billion, which is not true. But they say it with, they put that data out with boldness because it is structured to be so. But you guys are not paying attention. You like to gamble into the 2% that want to scale. It is by default. And you know why 2% scale? It's a default system. I don't want to go to details of that. Okay. But I just want to show you guys the data. All right. And I pinpoint some certain things. So, Kenry, what does this mean to me? It is a gamble. When you say 98% of people's stocks fail, quit, and only 2% scale, what does that mean? Is that a practical working system? Be honest. Or is it a gamble? Are you guys shy? Tell yourself the truth. Many of you, you may not want to accept the truth. Okay, many of you, that's why many of you are gamblers. You are gambling. If I data your trading, you submit it to me, I can tell you are a gambler. I can tell you boldly here right now, majority of you are gamblers. And not because you came in to gamble, you are operating in the gamble scene. And guess what? The system is already rigged against you. Many of you know like what I'll tell you this morning. Like I said, it's a training. It's only built for the deep. Some of you, you're going to quit trading today. You're going to get tired of trading. If your ears is not, if you were not in the journey of trading, you came in unprepared, this is what will cut you out. And that's a good thing. Okay. Many of you, you will redefine and reform yourself. The things I'm sharing with you right now, they are not normal things for the normal ears. And I'm going all out to my best extent. Okay. So by data, people who operate on the quick scheme. So Kenry, what's quick scheme? You guys already know. I don't have to sell that. Many of you, you have $1,000 account. You can't trade 1% because you are bought into the quick scheme. There is a possibility for you to make $100. Why can't I make $100? Why should I make $10? Quick scheme, impatient, impulse. All right. You prioritize probabilities more than process and structure. You are not sold into the things that are patient oriented. You are sold into the things that are hype and quick oriented. It is not your fault. You are already programmed. You fall into that phase. So something you have to do is to restructure. And what we restructure is not just a choice. I want to restructure. You can't. You've been trying to do it, but you will not do it. See, knowledge is light. Knowledge is revealing. There are certain knowledge that you have to come to that will push you to make certain decisions. You guys have not been exposed to such knowledge. So let me give you such knowledge. These are the knowledge I'm giving to you. The system is already rigged against you. So in the hype scheme, okay, there's been a structure, financial structure built to protect the investors and the wealth structure. And the hype scheme is the sales value. Oh, no. I don't think you guys are ready. I think I should stop the score right now. Ah, man. Can we repeat? I need you guys to know you've been rigged. So in Forex, the hype structure is the marketing plan for the investors and the wealth builders. So everybody who fall into the hype plan, they are using you for sales. They are mopping your money to control the narrative for investors. And why I would do a deeper structure if time allows me in the year on what I just talked about right now. One of the things that make you understand is, okay, Henry, what are those financial structures? Do you know that every trade you're taking today is a data someone knows before the trade even executes? Do you know that every trade you're taking today is inspired fundamentally, sentimentally, all right? Every trade you take today is inspired for you to take it. But are you guys hearing me? Where do you get sentimental analysis from? Why do they tell you news events? Fundamental structures. Why do they reveal these things to you? Where do you get sentimental analysis from? Why do they give you this data? To inspire your decision based on their narratives. And guess what? I can't read that. That's just speculation. Okay, if it's a speculation, why do they have to know my trade? And they're also traders. Do you know that every trade you take today, there is a back end of the compilation of every trade that you take. If you buy, you sell. So on GBP USD, everybody who takes an order on GBP USD today, okay, mostly orders, okay, less of market execution, mostly orders. All right, that's why I don't like pending orders. Because why? You give them full automaton to control the trades. So when you do pending orders, every trade, so there are if there's 60% buy, all right, and there is 40% sell or 20% sell and a gray structure that is waiting for marketers. They did everything complete. Even those that have not taken the order, they gave you technical analysis for you to take the order. So let's say, man, are you sure you guys are ready for this? If someone is new here, you know, like trading. So prepare your mind. See, protect your mind right now. Protect your mind. Say I'm protected. Type it on the chat. So while I'm entertaining you guys with this information, like I also want to guide you. If your mind was not grown for journey, you would leave this call thinking about trading. That am I supposed to be doing this? So I don't want to be responsible for your decision that was not well groomed. So just say I'm protected. Just listen to this information. If you can get above this information, you'll be a master. You'll be master. All right. So, but let me indulge you. Are you guys still with me? Put 100 on the chat. All right. So now guess what? I didn't know all of this when I came in. I was privy to know because of the structure I fell in. Okay. And I'll talk about that later. So just to give you guys a scope of what happens to those in the quick money phase, that is a gamble. Because why? It's like a casino. It's the same thing that is Bet Ninja. It's the same people around. The same people around this system are the same people around the betting system. Okay, all over the world. It's the same people who control money. It's the same people who have built the structure. So you guys don't know the same names. All right. So every trade you take, buy or sell, many of you don't understand liquidity. You are trading support and resistance. You are late. You're too late. You're designed to trade it. Yes, the system is rigged against every one of us, but some people are smart. We're playing along, but playing smart. Because we have something only a few have. All right? These are the people who are not gambling. So GBP USD today, there's a buy. The structure is good. It is bullish. It is trending buy. But what controls the trade is not the trend or the structure, it's liquidity. And guess what? It is being leaked. There is bullish 60%. Okay, there is bullish 60% and there is bearish 40%. There is more money on the buys. Now, these liquidity providers trade the market to make money. Where do you think they will go for? Is it the trend, the structure, or where there's liquidity? So what does liquidity mean? People have invested money. They bought, they made orders for buys. Okay, so let's say there's a $1 billion on buy, okay, and there's 400 million on sell on GBP USD today. And liquidity providers, where would they take the market? They will give it to the buyers and lose money. They are the liquidity providers, guys. Wake up. They provide liquidity. So if all those buyers make money, they're the ones to pay money. Wake up. You guys wake up. You are not in a scheme. Like, okay, you are not in one exciting market that, oh, it's paying you every day. You have been programmed. They will short the market, take the money from the buyers. And when all the buyers have been taken out, they'll push the market so that you keep believing. Oh, you now say, oh, my stop loss was hit. Eventually the market played out to believe to come back tomorrow. Wake up. Wake up. How many of you are still liking trading? How many of you feel what I'm saying right now is revealing? Oh, they snap. Oh, my stop loss is too small. My stop loss was small, but the market played out. You believe, you come back tomorrow. You keep believing year after year, but you're being manipulated. Candles lag. Strategies lag. Sentiment lags. Every information they're going to put out there is deliberate. So you are lagging. Your decision is lagging. Can I still continue? So you guys now see why 96% of people get stuck, get flogged out, get beaten. All right? Because there is no structure. Because they are a victim of a program. Are we together? How many of you still want to trade? So there is another level. Are you guys with me? How many of you liking this class? Should I go? How many of you are liking this class? Between trading and making money and what you're experiencing right now, which is more financially powerful? I told you guys are involved. I told you it's special. I never planned it, but I just okay. So if this is true, we're trading with the banks. The banks control liquidity. So there are the banks, there are the central banks, there are different layers. I think there are about 3 layers to the top tiers of financial structures. Okay, that do you know every trade, instrument, every activity that's going to happen in the market is an instruction. They tell it what will happen. And every financial structure surrounding the central bank, they liquidate these structures to happen. If they won't go to sell, if they won't go to buy, they initiate the buy. From sentimental, from market analysis, technical, they will initiate it so that everyone will buy. There's so much money being leaked in the market every day. Okay, so the market is rigged against you. That's the whole idea of this communication. It is rigged against you if you fall in that category. Now wake up. If you fall in that category, it's a gamble, just like Bet Ninja today, all right, just like Sporty Bet. It's a gamble. And guess what? Some people have accepted this gamble, but I bet to differ. Okay, so there is the investors. These are people, they don't have liquidity, but they understand liquidity. So what they do is they don't trade the market, they trade structures. This is where system helps you. One way to beat the gamble is to document a system that has proof of work. The market manipulates today. I don't know if it's going to manipulate. I've just been over time, over a space of 2-3 years, I've built something that how I approach the market has a sanctity of outcome. So I'm not trading the market. I'm trading proof of work. So I have a trading system. I'm not here for the hype. I built a structure. I'm giving you guys a narrative right now. I'm not talking about me. Okay. I'm giving you a narrative. What makes the difference between an investor and those who build? It's the same structure. Okay. They prefer to trade the structures that have worked. So in this same charade of manipulation, there is truth and there is structure. So in the design of the market, having a strategy, having a trading system that comes from decision. If I enter the market today, I have a knowledge of a buy and a sell. My choosing to buy and sell has to be designed. It is not impulse. If it is impulse, I fall into a scheme. But if it's by design, I'm an investor. And who is an investor? Someone who sees probabilities before they have the money. So they think from the standpoint of the money, but they now find that probabilities based on proof. Investors won't just come out and buy, oh, there's a land, they just go buy. They do feasibility studies. They know the things to look at for before they buy. It means they do position before entering, they do position. Okay. And they will not see, okay, how much is it going to cost? Then they will not use their risk management. If it doesn't fall within their money plan, that investment is not theirs. They are not trading the market, they are trading structures. Are you guys with me? That is where, if you do not have a trading plan, a trading system, you are a gambler. And the system is rigged against you. Period. Hear me today. So every time you are initiating a trade in that your account and it's not built on a structure, or you're learning from someone, you'll be getting value, but you're not processing value. I'm sorry. You're a gambler. And the system is rigged against you. So that is why even having the results you're having, it's not because there is no value. Back to back, week after week, I've been giving you guys value. But many of you, your account is still sour. True or true? You're still struggling with your trading account. It's still going back and forth. And you are still depending on me. You just have to wake up. I'm the one who's going to, I'm not building, see, this is not a business. I'll tell you my whole scope. I need you guys to understand my whole scope. I'm all in to be different. Okay. And let me say this a little before this is a little digressing, because I need you guys to understand me. The more you understand me, you're helping yourself. Many people do not understand the system, the education, the mentors. Hence, they did not really take advantage of value. I started this meeting with being able to process value. Many of you don't know how to process value. And because the deficiency is not the inavailability of knowledge, it's not the inavailability of value. It's what is influencing you, the trader. You have to be reformed, reshaped, reorganized. And sometimes you have to let go, cut out the slack. Something is making you become who you are. You have to understand, why am I making this decision? Shape that thing and you shape your experiences. So you're on experiential mode. No, you have to go into practical mode. So for you to create a system, you have to be practical. It has to be intentional. Determination has to come in. Okay, your approach has to be different. Many of you people have not bought into that approach because you don't even know how to. You're carrying a baggage that is causing you to do the way you do things and has made you fall into a category of trading unknown to you. All right, that is not rigged for you. That is not in your favor. Something has to change. You agree with me? What is going to change that? Awareness. Informations like this will make you go to your bed and think twice. Am I correct? All right. Am I correct? Because now you are armed. When they say knowledge is power, certain types of knowledge, not the knowledge that pleases you to, oh, Kendrick, what's that your trading strategy? Let me know. My trading strategy works. It's been working for years. But guess what? I need to help people know how to work it. That's my goal this year, to work it. So when I came in and I gave you guys that trading blueprint, okay, there were 3 things I put in there. What were those 3 things? You need capital. The end goal is to be a successful portfolio manager. So you need capital, you need a trading system, and you need time to learn. That is the structure for building wealth and building investment. It's not for the hype. It doesn't help the hype pass. But guess what? As much as you have watched that, some of you say, I want to go into this journey, but your experiences and your activities not reflecting the person that is in that journey. Because why? You do not understand in full scale every decision you're making. All right. The repercussion of every decision. All right. So many of you will not understand that if I have $1,000 Okay, it is okay to do 1%. Now, 1% is not because of how much I want to make, it's because I am laying a building block for how I am making money, compounding it, okay, for tomorrow. See, okay, and relax. All right, relax. Are you guys with me? So time is what some people, so for you to beat the quick money scheme, you have to invest time. Every part of you now needs to make money next month, but you're telling yourself, okay, I'm giving myself a year. So something is happening to the trader. The trader is reorganizing their interest. When you tell yourself more, I have a year to work out my plan. So now I'm more plan oriented than money oriented. So it's a fight in psychology. Okay. So whilst the one who wants to make money will find opportunities to just earn $100 with $1,000, but one is saying, I need a process, is documenting a process. Because why? That person is sold into the investment structure more than the hype scheme. It's just a trader mindset. Are you guys with me? You have to be sold in. But if I never told you guys this, would you know how to push yourself to be patient? If you do not know why you are holding to that decision, would you do it? No, you won't. But now that I'm breaking down why that information is important, where it is, because I said destination, all right, the direction and the driver. Many of you know the destination. Many of you, you know the driver, but you don't know the direction. My line breaking. Are you guys hearing me? Okay. So it's see, it comes back to a decision. What trader do you want to become? The moment you get that trader, like I asked in that trading, okay, how much would you love to make? Okay, at the end of the year, how much would you love to earn? Most of you put $100,000 criminal mindset. Most of you put $10,000 criminal mindset. We all had that criminal mindset, but I asked, how much do you have to make that money? Many of you said $100. Many of you said $1,000. Practically, let's design. If you're doing, how much percentage would you have to? All of you saw that it was just a flip. Your ambition, okay, and your possession, your present state does not align. So you are already a gambler. Now, if I didn't do that reality, you won't see it that way. But that is how you've been designed. You came in with the hype and the skin. And you've been a product all along. And next year you still. If something does not change, what do you think will change in the experience? Nothing. Am I making sense to someone right now on the score? Are you guys digging? So there's a need to change your appearance. There's a need to change your approach. And I have a few things on the basket to help you. Because guess what? It all comes back to me. The driver of the vision. Because I'm somewhere you are not now. To be able to understand how you can get to where I'm at, you need to study me. Do you agree with me? The scripture says, follow those. They say learn systems. They say learn strategies. Say follow those who through faith. It means you need to study me to be able to follow me. Am I correct? That is what made the difference for me. I studied the people that had the result. I did what they were doing or telling me to do. I wasn't so really interested in the market. I knew a structure. I was building wealth and I realized wealth is about people. This is one thing most of you don't want to hear. And right about now, I don't care what you want to hear. I just want to tell the truth. So study me. You'll find the truth. Because in me lies everybody who's successful. We have critically, accidentally, there is an attribute globally aligned with success. Like I said, many of you are studying people, the 2% gamblers that scale. And guess what I can tell you categorically? Okay, one of the things that help them scale is principle. These 2% fall in a category. See, principle is not respecter of systems, emotions, or beings. Okay, there are laws of principle that guides money. If you fulfill those laws, there is nothing the universe can do to stop you. Even if you're gambling, it will work for you. But there has to be a principle. You cannot get a tree without a seed. Okay, that's actually a lie. You can actually get a tree without a seed. True or true? You agree with me? I'm going deep now. I'm not going to the side of revelation and instruction. You have to gear up. So you guys now have to gear. I'm going to the side of I've been giving you information. Now I'm going to revelation. Okay, information and revelation. Now I'm coming to revelative instructions. Now, okay, are you guys ready? After I finish this call, I would close this and I will sell this video for $5 for access. Would you buy it? Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Okay. I'm just kidding anyway. So understanding, you cannot be an investor without understanding the principle of money. And the hype system was not designed to teach you this, just like in our educational structures was rigged to make people slave and workers. It was not designed to make people wealthy. And it's the same people who created this educational structure that created this hype system of money. Modus operandi is the same thing. Keep them working as slaves. Now, there are a category of people who gamble. They have the hype mindset, but they fulfill the principle. Like I asked. Sorry, guys. Why are you people growing? I was thinking the number will be dropping because some of you will be falling out. What is? Am I hypnotizing you? Many of you are excited about this. I'm not trading and you guys are backed up like this. Come on. You guys tell me how you feeling. Let's loosen up a bit. Tell me how you feeling right now on this call. Quick. Okay? It's a training. You're feeling normal. Oh God, can never be feeling normal when someone is tearing me apart like this. That is not the best expression I think I would have. So I'm wondering why you guys are still on the call. You are hungry. You know, one of the things I saw, I prayed that let there be people with hunger. Hunger defies certain level of urge. You may be making a mistake, but if you're hungry, you would want to learn. The reason you guys are still on this call right now is because you have a certain level of hunger. Because normal people shouldn't be on this call. Am I correct? Many of you have, see, I can tell you one thing. In this group, there are more people that have been beaten, broken, devastated by Forex, and their decision to continue is not because of the hype anymore. They want to really get it right. Am I correct? If you fall in that category, say me. So I know my audience. I prepared for you. But guess what? Just because you have that decision doesn't mean your action will change. So I want to be able to help your actions change. So I like my audience right now. There are only a few people who are just experiential. They're coming in. Okay, they just want to experience Forex, learn. All right. But you guys have been beaten. You've been broken. Some of you are just hanging by a thread. Some of you have lost money. You've lost people. Some of you don't even know what to do. You're just stuck here. I die here. You're giving all out. There's no environment that will welcome you again. You are sold in. Let's help ourselves. I have true intent to help. But for me to help you, I have to help you in an unconventional way. Not that because it's not a business for me. I'm not part of the program that is meant to sell you hype. That is the reality you guys need to buy in today. You guys don't know, but I'm not programmed. I'm not in for the business. I'm in a movement. I have a vision. My vision is clear, very big. All right. Educate to liberate. Liberation is the key. Okay. You cannot be liberated with the absence of certain type of knowledge and activity. So we're digging together. So that is why I may be slow, but I'm right. Okay. But I'm right. It takes time. So coming back to what I was saying, you cannot, the right processual way to get a truth is through what? You guys talk to me right now. A tree. Let me know use truth. A tree is through what? Planting a seed. There's a video that I did on YouTube. Hold on. Because like I said, I'm going to give you guys pointers. I'm going to give you guys pointers. I'm going to give you guys pointer. Can remove. What is that video? I did it a couple of years ago. The process. Sorry, you guys. The process. Hey, what's the name of that? Because if I tell you that a process to seed, I can remove. Let's see, this new AI would find it out. Hold on. Hey, no. About the relaunch. No. Okay. So now I'm going to leave it to you guys to remind me. I'll have to go find it. That's not the name. I'm just trying to, but it should have shown here. Okay, the seed process. That's it. The seed process. Okay, 2 years ago. Okay, good. So that's it. That's a video he streamed. Yeah. So I did a training with my mentees then, but there's another one that is, I just explained it. Okay. So you guys should, a discourse on money principles, the seed process. Okay, you guys should watch this. All right. But there's another one that I'll send. It's just directive. It's short. I explained it. I'll find it. You guys remind me. For those of you, Samuel, this is Samson. Remind me, okay? Today, I should send it. Does that make sense? But you guys can go now and find it. I explained the process to a seed. It's not just knowing that it's a seed. There's a process to a seed. Okay, I don't want, because of time, I don't want to get into that, but you guys need it. So I just pointed you right now. Did you guys get it? Okay. If you can understand, the whole goal is not to get a tree. That is the destination. It's not a goal. Many people, many of you, you've made your destination your goal today, which is wrong. You want to make 6 figures. That has become your goal. You're trading like you want to make 6 figures today. No. The goal is to become the person who can first, then undergo the process of doing it. That's the goal. And many people of you are not goal-oriented. You're destination-driven. And it's not a bad thing. It's just lack of process. So you're trading like who you want to be, but you've not become the person. Because why? You've been processed to gamble. Am I talking to someone? So you need to detach. Do you want to become the trader that makes 6 figures? Or you want to journey into the destination of a 6-figure trader? Both are not bad ideas. But one, the probabilities is rigged against them. But the one who built to become, you have nothing rigged against you. Everything is working for you. And the only factor that is not working for you is time. So how do you beat that? Be patient. The only thing that is rigged, and it's not rigged, it's just normal, it's time. Time is not rigged against you. You just need it. Time has to be your ally. You have to be patient. Am I talking to someone? Are you guys with me? So another way you can get a tree is to go cut it off its root. You can go cut it off its root. And I can explain that. It's called leverage. In trading, there's leverage. So investors can leverage, but leverage does not build wealth. It just remodels. Many of you, you don't even know how to leverage, but that is one good way. But leverage is not for those who don't have money. It is easier to leverage than to learn. So investors can make money leveraging, okay, while learners will not get result of investors. So many of you are trading like investors because you have a capital. Your brain has qualified you for an investor, and that's the trick of the market. They want you to feel because you have a broker account and you have a trading, you can trade. Investors are people who don't need to learn, but they can leverage. They can leverage other people's results. They can leverage other people's. They are people who can work signal out, but they have a money principle. It's something I'm trying to tell you guys here right now. It is long. God will help me in this call to abbreviate it. Okay. I said something. If I don't say it again, none of you will bring me back. I gave it out. When I said that in the gamble system, there are 2% of people that scale, but they have a principle. Are you guys not interested in knowing what the principle is? Even if you're a gambler, the principle will always work. If I were you, if I was the one listening to this call, you know, when that lady held Jesus' robe and Jacob, even Jacob, when they fought, I want you die here today. This thing, not let it go. That's how I was. I'm hungry. So when someone is talking, I'm listening to. There are certain things I'm listening for. I don't just want to be inspired by knowledge. I will hypnotize you. If you come in my environment, you like the way I talk, you are in for something. No? Don't just like the way I talk. Shape yourself to learn from the way I share. Because why? See, I'm very good at training. But I don't just want to train you. I just want to pass you information. I want you to process. Okay. There's difference between hearing and listening. So the principles, this is study. And I've said this several times. Okay, I need you guys right now, practical session. Okay, name as a trader, name any successful trader you know. Put it on the chat. Coach, mentor, name them on the chat right now. I want to be able to link it to a principle. Okay, started with Ken Remo. Aside Ken Remo, so that others will not be tired. Leave Ken Remo alone. This is one thing I promised. If there is one thing you will know Ken Remo for, is someone who tells you the truth and helps you understand it. Okay? Everyone in the chat, whether you see them on, I didn't say people you have relationship with, people you know. Many of you are in plenty groups. You're following, so you know people you perceive to be successful. Write them on the chat. 5. Write 5. Write 5. It's a practice, a training. It means every training has an instruction. I'm giving you guys an instruction right now. I'm being practical with you, just like it's a session of practicality. Okay. So that you don't just say, oh, Kenry is, I'm not selling you any product. So you see that you are here to learn or you're not. That's the truth. I say you guys leave Ken Remo alone. You guys are not leaving. And leave me alone. Okay. Okay. Now name one trader that you have written that does not have a community. One. That you know to be successful that does not have a community. One. Write it on the chat. There's a lie. There must be one that does not have a community. Everyone on the chat. Okay, hold on. I like this. See, life is practical. Okay. Ernest, unmute yourself right now. I love to be practical with everything I do. Because why? I put myself in a position. If I don't know what would help me, I want someone to help me. I am open to someone helping me. So I put myself in a position to be helped. That is the same thing I'm doing. I'm putting myself in that position where I would want someone to help me. Okay. Now, so I'll call anyone. I'm willing to learn. Okay. Shams Wire. Ernest, Shams Wire. How do you know Shams Wire? Tell me about Shams Wire. Emiola, tell me about West Bilisi.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Two mic. You have to mute one mic. You have to cut off one mic. There's something I want us to learn. Okay. I told you guys the ones that scale in the hype environment has a
Yeah, can you
principle.
hear me now?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. So I knew Shams Wire through his a tutor with Fire Peeps Academy.
So stop that.
But
Stop that. Hold on. Stop that. Stop that. You already said something. He is a tutor. It
he
means
uh,
he trains.
he was, but I don't think he's still there. So he doesn't more like participate in anything. He's just on his own for now. I don't know.
Okay. You don't know. Okay. You know what you have to do. All right. Ask him
Yeah.
personally. Does it have a community? All right.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
ask him. So that's your assignment. Ask him personally. Do you have a community or you just trading on? You just trading on. You have the success you have. You have everything you have. You don't train anybody. You don't build communities. You don't impact. You don't pass value to people. Okay. And he says, no, I don't pass value to people. I just have my wealth by trading.
No,
And
he does that. He does that for sure.
okay. All right. So it falls into the principal line.
Yeah,
So
he does that for sure, though.
good. Uh, Emmy, you said Where's Billy?
Yes, sir. Where's Billy's?
Okay, who's Where's Billy? Tell me about Where's Billy.
He's actually a trader I knew through a friend. He trades almost the same way he trades, just price action and Elliott wave. And he also teaches, but after like the teaching ends, he just like leaves the group or the community where he created for his students.
So he had a community he created for students.
Yes.
Okay, you answer my question. Is there anyone, the question was, do you know any trader that is successful that doesn't have a community of operation? It's not passive value, it's not teaching, it's just isolated. That's the question. All right. Now, many of you might be shocked as to, many of you has to be shocked as to what is Cambridge trying to communicate? See, except I know a lot of traders. And I'm a trader. So sometimes the mirror I used to look at other people is not because of what they do or what they've achieved. I use the mirror of my experiences to look at other people. So let me give you guys the scope of my past. That's why I say do not backlist your past. Okay, there's always something to learn from. So when I came into the learning environment of trading, in my first 2 weeks, I have mastered the concept of winning in trading. Okay, in my first 3 months, I've become a pro trader. In my first 2 years, I went broke as a trader. What kept me is community. And this is really what some people do not like. Let me even make it a little bit sour. A little bit sour. 9 months I wasn't trading. What sustained me as a trader was the income I was earning as a builder in the business that I was building. Trading didn't work. I lost everything in trading. Trading did not work for me. It wasn't working at the time. But I was helping people make money every day, building a business because I was helping people. So I had the proof of work, but I was not the proof of success. Listen to me right now. Except you want to be lied to, I will tell you the truth. All right. So 2 years, what helped me stay for 2 years to become the proof of success from proof of work was community, impact, value I was giving out. In fact, that helped me stay because that's the only thing that made me stay to keep doing what I was doing was because it was working for other people. Are you guys with me right now? Should I still continue? So Cambridge, that to say, no. This is what some of you have this bad ideology of mentors building businesses to take your money. I need you guys to repent and reshape your mind. Perspective is everything. Okay? Because now even the internet has sold you that perspective and you're falling into an energy that is dangerous to you. Okay, so let me tell you the narrative. I'm giving you guys proof of truth right now. This can remote, many of you named me, all right, as your. So that's why I said, when I look at other people, I don't judge what they do. The only thing I'm looking is there a process of truthful communication? All right. But what do you find in me till tomorrow? I am truthfully communicating with you guys everything that is happening in this space. Am I correct? And the Bible says, you may know the truth. It will make you free. It means make you is not, there's a process to making. Do you understand? Many people have given up because of their approach, not because it wasn't working. It never worked. See, at some point, it didn't work for everyone. I can name, see, and another thing I can ask, is there anybody you've known that is a success today that has not put in a minimum of 5 years? And if you go ask these people, they'll tell you their story. We are all alike. There's been the same experiences. So what's making you think different that you can come in here and just isolatedly just become a pro with multiple 6 figures without a structure? Come on, wake up. What is the yardstick for your belief? I just said something right now. Every idol, every figure, whether by internet, by YouTube, you see people with things popping up that has shaped your mindset in trading. Every one of them, not less. Every one of them, okay, has a structure, has a principle that made them successful. So what is it? Why are you different? Why have you decided to be different? Now, there's something I'm saying right now that I want you guys to get. I'm not, what is selling to you? What many people look at what is selling to them and they want to become what is selling to them. They don't want to become the process of what has sold to them. Wake up. When I go into, that's why I say if I get into anything that is successful, I will be successful. Because why? I do not look at what other people have succeeded in. I look at what is the process of success in this thing. If I apply the process, principle of process, nothing will stop me. Are you guys with me? Are you still with me? I should give you time to digest what I just told you guys. There is no trader known on earth today that I will sit down, all right, that can tell me that the proof of their success is void. Is void of the principle of success. If there is anyone, they are less than 3 years and they are still in experiential mode, I won't find them. I won't be here 5 years to ask them that question. They won't be here 5 years. If they are in isolation, they won't be here in another 5 years for me to ask them that question. They are still in experiential mode. Guess what? In my first 3 to 7 months, I was blazing as a profitable trader. But 2 years later, the experience was different. I lost everything. Everything. I came into trading as a 6-figure earner in dollars. But I became broke. I couldn't pay rent. Trading happened to me. So I know what it is to start and to finish. You guys still want to hear from me? At this point in time, do you still want to hear from me? Are you sure? Kenry, what does this mean? What is the true revelation in all of these things? The approach of the trader has to be different, but it cannot be different if there's no entirety of truth. So you're trying to create 6 figures. There's a difference between earning 6 figures and becoming a 6-figure earner. Many of you are trying to earn 6 figures. You are not interested in becoming. And guess what? It is a gamble. Only 2% who do this. It's a gamble. So one, straight line, it's a gamble. Another truth is those that will gamble it has to fulfill the principle. So there is principle and there's probability. Even in the hype, there's principle. There has to be principle. But there is less of probability. The question I'm asking myself right now is, why do many people buy into that scheme? Why are you guys buying into that scheme? Is that a beautiful question? So that is my question. I'm asking myself every day, that what's going to make me different as a trader? Someone to liberate people from the hype and create structures. So I want people to follow me for structures of investment and wealth building trading, not hype. That is what I want to be known for. Do I have the source? Absolutely. Can I leverage the source to make a lot of money? Absolutely. Guess what? I'm in the process of creating systems. The truth is, I don't have to be doing this. What you guys are enjoying right now is limited, though. Take advantage of it very well. It's limited. I'm going all out to create the foundation. Part of the process is I'm setting up a structure for onboarding people the right way. But what I'm doing is that I don't want to let go of the foundation of the vision. Do you guys think what I have shared with you guys right now, you guys truly understand my vision? If you truly understand my vision as to this core right now, all right, put in vision on the chat. Now you know what needs to be done. Now you know where the mistake is. Now you know where many of you cannot read you before, but through this information, you can clearly put yourself in the window and say, wow, so you've been a gambler all along. Come on. Now you are telling yourself, what do I need to do? Now you're telling yourself, I need to be different. Am I correct? Because you now know that all of my actions was taking me nowhere. How many of you still want to be in a gamble? So guess what? People are making money from Sporty Bet, Bet Ninja, There are people who are becoming success. So let me give you guys a job system. You go to school, you get a good grade, all right? But the generality of the job system is to keep you leveraged, to be lacking, dependent, and just okay to get by. But only a few people scale through the job system. And what do those few people do? Talk to me on the chat. Nobody will pay you to be wealthy. The system was not designed that way. Those who become wealthy from work are those who take money and they plant it, invest it. You cannot use your salary to be wealthy. It's a gamble to think that way. But even in that gamble process, some people think they get into that gamble, they will be successful. Years I've told them, they retire to be poor. All right. But eventually, those who take the initiative of in principle investing, learning structures of investing, learning structures of money management, budgeting, okay, expenditure. These are people who scale into what? Wealth. Investment is the same thing with trading. You think if I know these are making money, you can even get a house, get okay. But you see, wealth is a legacy. It has to be built. And you cannot experience yourself into wealth. You have to build a legacy. The question I'm asking on this call right now, who is on the journey of building a successful investment trading to become wealthy? Who wants to get into the journey? That's really what I'm here for. That is really the consciousness. Okay. That is your approach to trading. That is why now you know. You don't know. I ask a question. Now that I've said this, do you know how you're going to do that? Do you know how you're going to do that? Do you know how you're going to do that? Is the question. For you to build the right investment structures to become successful traders, do you know how? You don't. If you do, you would already have. You don't. That's why the scriptures give you an instruction. Follow. That's the trader, the one who follows to learn. Okay? That's what makes a difference. Our approach will be different if what is inspiring our action is alive. Okay? So don't just show up. Show up with a purpose. And show up to listen. Now you know every instruction is taking you somewhere. So everything I do, I instruct, I'm taking you somewhere. It's just for you to now apply yourself. But I'll tell you this, I won't leave this call after saying the principle. I won't leave this call without telling you the truth. Okay? Henry, when you say that every successful trader has a community, does that mean I have to have a community? It's your choice. That would be my bold answer. Mine is just to tell you, okay, if this is so first, they never started with the community mindset. They started with something. What was that? You're gonna tell me. Not everybody starts out with a community, but everybody ends up having a community. And some of you see success from the standpoint of it is happening right now. You don't see it from the standpoint of process. So some of you think, oh, because they have this strategy right now, they've been able to use it to build that community. No, the community fundamentally established the strategy. The community fundamentally established the success. Okay. All right. So for inspirational sake, there are some big names in the industry, big names presently in Nigeria. Okay, you had the Jeffrey, some of you have mentioned them, the Habib, the Dapo Willis, the many of them. Study them before the limelight. These are people who are doing free course, training community, YouTube, content. All right. They were doing everything with people, giving value before the limelight of success came in. True or true? just like Ken Mo. Before you saw me on I Am Academy, when I came into trading, I found a place of value. Anything I learned, I will share. Okay, as people were seeing value, I kept sharing. I wasn't being paid. I wasn't doing it because I want to build a community. I just was valuable in it. So the first thing is that I saw, see, wealth is created by value, the transfer of value, period. Wealth, not money, wealth. So you will not be wealthy. You can make money and not be wealthy. Wealth is created by the transfer of value. So as the community of value grows, your wealth structures grows. The question I'm asking myself is, at what point does it start? Is it the point you have money or the point you have value? Who's with me on the chat? I'm practically training you and instructing you right now. I don't just want to give you information. I want you to process it and have an action point. Okay? Because what many of you don't have, you don't know how to follow instructions to change you. So, and I know that, but that will not make me not give you an instruction. So information is also instructional. At what point? Is it when you have value or you have money? Did you guys understand the question? I'm talking about the journey right now. At what point do you start building communities or you're building that person that is on a journey? Is it when you have money or at the time you have value? See, one thing I will do is I will make you feel bad. I will make you feel driven. I will make you think about yourself. If that's not happening to you, you are not on this call. Okay? So you guys are not saying, no, it's money now. So some people come into this environment, they say, if I have money, I will do this. What type of person are you? You are an opportunist. You are someone who does not understand principles. Everybody. If it is not for the reason of value, it cannot be money driven. I promise you. Money does not drive value. Value drives money. Never forget this. Some people they tried to, if I have money, I can be able to do. You will not even have the money to be able to do that. I promise you, money creates opportunity. Value creates opportunities for money. Money does not create opportunity for value. It's a principle from essence. It's how the world was designed. You cannot refurbish it. Are we together? Okay. So even if you don't have money, but you have value, you would have money if you know how to transfer value. So I said this call, if you guys notice, you go back to the call. What did I write in it? Understanding. Okay. I said something. I thank God for making me land well. I landed. All right. I landed. The mindset of growth. I always talk about growth. Growth has nothing to do with money. Money is a reflection of growth. And I can explain this in every stratosphere of life, work, business, relationships. Okay. Family. How do you know a family is growing? Can you see a family growing by love? This is a practical one. Some people are practically minded. I am there. You guys be with me a little bit. Come close to my chat. I'm looking at the chat right now. Does a family grow by love? This is where you lie. This is where you use your assumptions to initiate experiences. Love does not grow a family. Okay? As a man, you have to go sleep with your wife and bear children. That's how your family grows. Okay? You guys, I'm being practical, right? Okay, yeah. Now, you know what you're trying to do right now? You have a different concept of growth. You are trying to. I'm talking about growth. A family grows By what? Is it love that grows a family? A society grows. See, you have to understand the concept of growth. It is built around people. You say you must love her. You see what? Stop. I need you guys to be practical. I went that way because why? People are subjective. Okay. Something is lacking when a man meets a woman and they are not bearing children. What does society see them as? Okay. There is something is lacking. Okay. It is designed for them to multiply. Say, go multiply. Multiplication is growth in people. It is not seen in love. Am I making sense here right now? I need you guys to be practical. It is practical. Growth is a practical thing. It is not emotional. It's not subjective to emotions, feelings. It is subjective to practicality. Are we together? I don't want you to beg to differ. I need you to understand the concept. Are we together? Okay, let's come to business. Have I established family? Family is an emotional thing. People are very emotional. Family say no. Someone said no. Beulah, okay, what's the no factor? What did you differ in family? What's your I beg to differ? We're learning. I'm also open to learning. My context is growth. The love thing. Okay. Okay. So Beulah, be practical. Come on, come on the mic. And see, this subjectiveness sometimes is what makes us not practical, and it's okay. So you said the love thing. Do you need, my question was, do you need love to grow?
Yes, sir. You need love to grow.
Okay. Enlighten me in your own. And I'm going somewhere. So I'm being practical. Family, business, growth is an orientation, okay, of multiplication. So talk to me.
So the reason why I said you need love to grow a family is because the foundation of the whole world started based on love. So out
Okay.
of love comes societies, and out of love comes understanding.
Okay.
So without that foundation, I think the family will be having a lot of difficulties now.
Are we talking about difficulty or we're talking about growth?
We're talking about growth.
Okay. Practically, what grows a family?
What grows the family? Uh, I cannot really answer this, but
Okay, good. So one of the things I need you to understand is being practical. All right. You're gonna meet yourself. It's being practical. And I'm gonna bring it to trading and the 2%. So subjectively, there are foundations to everything. You meet a man meets a woman, the foundation of the meeting is love. Okay, but the proof of growth is not love. The proof of growth is practical intimacy that produces a seed. Do you true or true? The proof. They were two. For them to become three. Is it love that will make them three? This is the practicality around it. Where does it become three? The decision to come together, intimate, and bear children. So when there is three, there is four. The size of a family, okay, is the measure of growth in numbers. All right. So growth is in numbers. When there is no multiplication, there's no proof of growth. Now that is family. There has to people oriented. Now let's take it a little bit into something differently in business. The growth of your finances as a job worker is subjective to what? If you are in a job, okay, if you want to grow in ranks in a job, it's subjective to what? For those of you that have been in the job system, there's a system that is set for this.
Can I speak?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, of course, you deliver value continuously and you improve yourself within the organization. Add more to yourself, deliver more value, then you grow.
Practical value in the job. So now I need you guys to understand something. In money, growth of money is subjective to value. If you are in a system, if you're in an organization, all right, you don't just get promoted because you're the finest there and the highest certificate. There's a standard you come in with your certificate, but your promotion is set to the value you add to the organization. Am I correct? It's not your certificate. It's not your personality. It's not how good you look. Those can attract you. But what brings promotion, okay, is the value you add. And when that promotion is dished to you, what do you see in the reflection of your money? Increase. Am I correct? Are you guys with me now? Don't lose it. It's a principle. Money does not come first before value in the right proportion of the system of the world. Value comes before money. Why a lot of people are poor? I heard this boldly when I was still. He said money is an illusion in the mind of a poor person. Nobody was born poor and nobody was born to stay poor. Because why? Everybody has a value put in them. The moment you start understanding the transfer and the the incubation of value, you can never be poor. The moment I understood that, my approach to everything changed. So I wasn't looking for money. So some people come in this Forex environment and they are looking for money. Why some people come, all right, they are building value system. For investment and wealth, same approach, same system, different approach. Okay. Why people go to school, the structure of the world is they tell you money is valid. You have to look for it, chase it. But guess what? Value is the only thing you have to understand. If you understand value, money is a shadow of value. So the question is, what value do you have that someone is buying from you today? That you are selling. You may not be in a job system where you require, every one of you who's working today, you're pursuing, giving more value, doing high service to get what? Promotion. It is value you are operating. Okay. But if it's outside the job system, a business, entrepreneur, how do entrepreneurs make money? They find a product that is valuable to people, voila. Or they create a product that is valuable to people, voila. Or they partner network marketing, sales, with a system that is already created the past value. It is value, my friend. And the value is not what you get, it's what you give. The moment you understand the system well today, it's just a matter of time before you get the proof of wealth. But wealth already starts when you understand the value you have. So everybody who you know today to be an icon, a model, they understood this principle and started operating on it when you did not know them. When they get things, the first thing is this valuable? I have it. I love it. The mindset is, let me see money in it first. The mindset is not, let me see money in it first. Let it work for me now. Okay, before no. There's a mindset for transfer of value for every initiated knowledge. Things knowledge may come to them, it's valuable. They pass it out. They are a transfer of value. Okay, and guess what? Systems are built around this. Network marketing was built around this. Sales was built around this. Media was built around this. Everything that is a wealth structure today is built around value. My bold question. So I've given you guys the scope of the 2%. The question all comes back is, what's your approach here today? Do you want to be a Forex trader who's soaked in the hype and the run? Or you want to pass value? My advice, it's not an instruction. My advice, now that you know this, so that's the vision for this. Because practically, okay, what I see me building is a system of value partnership. That is what I call it. Okay. So now nobody would say, are you guys experiencing value on the score? I'm going to read. I know some of you are typing this. I'm going to read. You're experiencing value on the score. Your wealth is not in experiencing the value. Your wealth is in exposing and transferring the value. The more you do that, you're not just becoming a trader in the process. You're creating the structures of investment and wealth through the process. There's a principle that you're operating on a principle. It may not be this year. It may not be next year. But if you tactically determine, intentionally focus on the value that goes through you, not goes to you. In the process of time, there is no competition. That thing you've been suffering, you've been looking for, you've been trying to get, is no more a gamble. There is a certainty and a guarantee that it will be something passing out, not just even having. There's more to this, but I will end here today. All right. The consciousness is not to tell you to do something. The consciousness is to understand what you are doing and what you're not doing. All right. Don't just enjoy value. There's no benefit when you receive. How many of you know that? There's no benefit when you receive. There's just excitement. The benefit isn't giving. You grow by sowing. So many of you are soaked in the life of receiving. There's no benefit.
Say my
No benefit. You do not grow by receiving. You grow by sowing. Okay. So wake up with a consciousness as a trader. No. Somebody say, Cameron, I'm just preaching. This is as a person. I've given you guys a foundational knowledge of the trading scope, but more important, I've reflected it back to you. Who do you want to become? That's going to influence your approach. Okay. You don't want to keep living in the gamble. Now, is there a possibility of scaling? I said yes. It falls in the 2%. But now I beg to differ. Even the 2% that scales, all right? See, there's a difference between, I'm not in the category of talking about earning. I do not use earning as a yardstick to sell success. Kenry, what do you mean? Many of you are inspired by growth in account. I don't. I am not among them. I've seen people who have made millions, lost it. True or true? At some point in trading, guys, you guys were exposing, you were earning money, going back to back. Some of you here, some of you seen people. I have been here long enough to see people who did well. All right, within my first 2 years, there are no more trading today. Some of them have gone back in life. Okay, but at some point they were thriving in earning money. So earning money does not move me. Neither will I use it as a yardstick to help you glue in gambling. No. Are you guys with me? Put 100 if you understand what I just said. But many of you like that. That's why I'm giving you an opportunity to earn. If you trade with me, you will earn. But that is not the reason I'm here. You will earn. If you've been following my instruction, you probably, at least this week, you would have done nothing less than 12%. Position were across portfolios. Only GJ trade gave me about 6%. Only GJ yesterday. US 30, S&P 500, only S&P 500. It did 1 to 3. Okay, that's more than 3%. Only yesterday, I'm not talking about this week, only yesterday, across my portfolios, I did over 11%. It does not move me. Talking about this, we've been going back to back this week. Even in binary option, at least this week, I believe we've done more than 5%, right? Yesterday we did, how many percent did you guys do yesterday? About 3% on the market. Okay, the last time we traded, we got one. So see, I can tell that's not what moves me, because it will happen, but it doesn't change. It doesn't change people, because I've been doing it for years. I know that it doesn't change people. Earning does not change people. So if you're looking for earning, I got it. I know how to help you earn, but that is not what I'm interested in. Are you guys with me? I'm being honest here right now. It doesn't. That's why I don't. And you may see me post it, but the reason is to attract you to know that if that is why you came, you would have it. But I want you to grow above earning. Okay, it's not, and you can earn it and lose it. Do you want to have it? So I push you beyond the earning scope, because that earning scope is the layer of the skin that I just exposed to you guys. Are we together? Okay, you need to become a person. A person. That's what I'm interested in. With these few details of mine, that is the message of growth. So many of you say, okay, Cambridge, you put broker, you put money management, you put what's the other thing I put? I'm tricky, right? Risk management, and I put broker management. Okay, that was tricky. Okay, if I had time, I would have talked about it. The money management thing, whether your broker and your risk management, okay, is all part of a trading system. As an investor, you have to be very cautious of your money management, understanding every instrument you take, the risk attached to it. You're more in tune to your understanding of your money involvement more than the ability the trade can give to you. I don't wake up every day looking for winning trades. I already have a winning structure. If I find a trade in that structure, okay, I would win. So I'm looking for the structure, not the trade, not the winning trade. Are we together? Put 100 on chat. Wake up to this reality. This video, it was long, but it was due for the beginning of the year. I know I've given you guys a blueprint for what it takes to become a six-figure trader. But most importantly, what you guys need is not the blueprint to start the journey, is the mindset of the trader, so you can know how you approach that blueprint. Okay? So when you see this community, the vision around this community, in the next couple of years, it's going to be hundreds of thousands. There is already a blueprint for growth. I have it. But one of the things, maybe I should say this, I've said it before, I probably said it to a couple of you, or maybe I've said it a couple of times. So you know, my goal is to help people with a foundation to amplify value. You may not be able to create value, but you can leverage value. But you need to understand this community. All right, the goal this year, by the grace of God, we're actually going to get to 10,000. By the grace of God, we're going to get to 10,000 in value dispensing. We're going to be dispensing value to over $10,000 between 2026 and 2027. Okay. Now, this is what I need to tell you guys. All right. Without you, it is going to be done. I do not need you to get that done. There are systems that have been put in place, I can put in place to get to that number. All right. Now, it may not get there by the timeline, but by what the structure and the system of value we have, indefinitely, it's going to get there. It may just be slow. But this is what I need you to know, that is coming from this heart. Most systems take our money if we can share it. I'll ask again. Systems, people have already designed systems to make the work easy for us to grow. And when we use those systems take the money. Am I correct? There's money everywhere, my friend. So people have built system to take this money. All right. Practically, with what I'm doing, there are agencies that I can put to document this activity, brand it. All right. And all I just need to do, probably 200,000-300,000 every week. If I could do that every week for the next 2-3 months, this place is going to be flooded. Do you agree with me? I need you guys. I'm a practical. I don't just teach. I'm a practical person. So you guys don't think I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. But guess what? Those systems will be taking the money. The vision is going to be. And guess what? When there are over 10,000 people in this community getting this value, and it's a system. Now I'm talking, what you guys are experiencing is a free system. Now I'm talking about, now we get to the phase where we now have a product and a service of mentorship, signals, everything. There's now a system, and it comes at the price, even if the price is as minimal as $2 to get access to what you're doing right now. Would you pay $2 for what you're experiencing? Would you pay $2? I'm a practical person, and I want you guys to understand practicality. All right. It is value that creates wealth. You people see the market, people see structures. $2 at 10,000 is how much? It's $20,000. Do I need to trade the market to earn $20,000 every month? That is what you people see. People are making money by subscription. You do not see the process that have been put in for those people to earn that money. The value, the structure, the investment, you do not see that. You see the money they earn from people. It's a mindset. But that's not what I'm telling you on this call. Okay? If I could pay a system to do that, it means I'm in partnership with the system. I just want you guys to I'm a practical person. And what I do, I want people to have an understanding so they know how to be part of it. And they could also have a yardstick for creation. Anything you're doing today can be valuable if you understand the process of driving value. Okay, now we're here today. If we give this vision, sell it out as our own internally, or Kenvry, we have 100, 200 people that are saying, let's get to 10,000. And within the course of a year or two, we get to 10,000. Do you know that it's not only Kenvry that is going to be earning every month? It's going to be that foundation. That's why I tell you, whether systems or people, value pays. So it's a choice of people to come and set the structure of growth or to be the number of growth. It's just a choice. Okay. So there is a part, this is where I operate from. There's a part where money will inspire you to give value. It does to everyone. But there's a part where value will inspire you. It is not to get money. It is what inspires you is just to multiply value. You will get money by multiplying value. So it's a choice. There are depth. Okay? It doesn't have to be when, oh, there is money now. There is a plan now. There's a compensation plan now. You're not building a business. That's fine. That's a business owner. Okay? But you see, deep visionaries and pioneers are not built by compensation plan. They are built by the structural growth of a vision. Does the vision sell to your conscience that this will benefit society? Boom. You're operating it. It's a principle. Nothing can stop you. But I'm just trying to tell you guys a hang on of what happens when you internally sell yourself to give. All right. Over the course of the months, a lot of things are going to be happening. All right. So many exposures, so many updates. Okay. But what I want you to know, you are here to benefit, but you're going to choose the layer of your benefit. All right. I'm just someone who has created a platform and a community for us all to grow and benefit from. The layer is just getting started. Just apply yourself to the principle of growth. All right? The principle of growth. Apply it. Don't be locked in yourself. I can do this myself. It's a gamble. You can. It may work, but the probabilities are tiny. Okay? I just want to say that. And this is not to drive weakness in intentionality, but just a food for thought that what you are intentional towards, what are the probabilities? If it's not sold more on ignorance, don't ignore this perspective, because why? I have amplified it. It is there now, you know. The perspective is wide. Okay? Don't just try to fill up your trading account. Don't. Let it be a direction to your trading process more than your trading account. Right? With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's about my time for this trading mentorship. Do you guys have any question? Reflection. Time for reflection. Not time for jump out. Reflection. Process the information. Some of you have written things down. Okay? Now process. There are layers. I know we're just getting started, but I don't want to be the leader, the coach, the mentor who just give you the sauce, but understand how you can process the sauce and make it yours. Okay? I wish I can say some certain things, but I'm not allowed to at the phase we are. The things I'm allowed to, I would always share. But as we grow, you guys are going to be hearing more things. These same people, some of you that are here, okay, in the next 2-3 years, you don't need to trade. You'll be earning crazy amount of money because you are understanding these things I'm telling you. By the virtue of understanding what I'm telling you, I'm applying yourself to be value-oriented. Okay, there are many people who will be trading and making money with me every day. Their trading account is not going to be a quarter of your trading account. You would have become an investor and you'd have created a system of structure of wealth over the next 2-3 years. All right. And over the next 2-3 years, some people that are here, all right, will still be struggling to grow their account. It is just reality. It is what happens. It is what it is. Okay. So I don't want to sell a community of happenstance. I want to sell a community of intentionality. We are going this direction, but we serve these people. If you want to be these people, fine. I will serve you trades. In fact, you're going to be winning back to back trade ideas. When we set up our structure for trade ideas, you're going to choose overfeeding or you're going to choose moderate. You're the one to make a choice. And the truth is you're going to be growing account. So one thing I can say, and I will celebrate in the future, is I'm going to be celebrating people who are growing their trading account. If they can apply the principle of discipline, by default, they'll grow their trading account. Okay? That is true. But the truth is, I cannot defy a system, a principle of success. Okay? All right. So a quick task for you guys before you guys jump off. This is now a time for you to do some actions. Are you guys ready? Okay. Within the next couple of minutes, what sold to you majorly in this call? Everyone on the chat right now, paste it here. Paste it in the Telegram channel. Take a 3-minute window. Now, this is practical. The call has not ended. I may even still decide to trade. But you guys will give me the permission. So you can't happen sometimes right about now. I know many of you are not feeling like trading. But if you feel like trading, maybe after this phase, I would definitely look at the market, tell you what I want to trade. So one of the reasons I made a decision to do this call, if you guys have been listening to me, I tell you there are 2 phases in the market. All right. There's a phase of expansion, then there's a phase where market consolidates. Did market expand yesterday? Market had a depth of expansion yesterday. If you are sitting in this market and you think market will still expand today, you are a criminal. You are a thief. Are you with me? Okay. And another thing is I've hit my next week goal this week. So I am not moved towards my approach in need to get, but I will serve. I'll just look at the market and I'll tell you what market inside. I'll tell you. So we'll do that. But let's do something practical. Let's be able to process information. So I want to get into the processing side. Okay. In Zokia, you say have a trading plan or system. Okay. Okay, you're writing your value. I say type it on the chat. Okay, okay. Having a trading plan or system. Otherwise, now if you do not do this, you are depriving yourself something very powerful. Being present, you guys have been present through the call. Great. Being accountable, another. Communication, another. So that's what we're doing right now. Paste it here, paste it on the other side. If you jump off this call, if I catch you, you're on my blacklist. Even if I say it to you, some of you already blacklisted yourself. So I just want to know, I want to be able to reflect on what this does if I should do this again. But if I don't get anything, it's you telling me, oh, Cambry, I was just present. I enjoyed the call. But it's nothing. Okay. And if you want to, I would love maybe 1 or 2 people to speak. All right. Based on what you experience on this call. I just want to experience your feeling, your thoughts on what you experience on this call. And what would be a title you call this call personally for you? All right. So I need 1 or 2. You can raise your hand if you want to speak. Okay. And let me apologize if I've beaten you too hard. Take it. I care enough to do so. All right. Are you guys writing a novel? Marcus Jr. All right, go ahead. Unmute yourself.
Okay, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Amazing. I can, yeah, I can.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Kenry, for this wonderful section. It has really been impactful. If I want to name this section, I would name it mindset shift. The reason is because you see everything starts from the mind, and whatever is built is already built in the mind. So if the mind is positioned in the right direction, every other thing falls into place. Whether trading, whether financial management or anything, it is first of all built in the mind. And the problem a lot of us face in life is that we fail to condition our mind for what we want. So we go for what we want without first of all conditioning our mind into those realities. That's why the Bible says, be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Because if your mind is transformed, your life can be transformed. So this training is actually speaking to our mind. Change your mindset, your pattern of thinking. And if that is achieved, then your actions will fall into place. Because the reason why a lot of us make mistakes is that we take wrong actions. And wrong actions is from the foundation of wrong mindset. But if we can go back to the foundation and treat our mindset and make it, in tune to the reality that we want to enter, it definitely affects our action. So this particular call is a call to challenge our mindset, our pattern of thinking from what has been sold to us to what we really want. And what we really want can actually be actualized by the way we think. So thank you so much, sir, for this. Yeah.
Thank you very much for that breakdown. I appreciate it. That's powerful. Okay, who else? Okay, one of the things that I've noticed, and I'll tell you guys, I say it often. Neurology or neuroscience have confirmed a lot of things. It's just that people don't really study. One of the things is I'm gifted in the thinking as a thought coach, all right? Thought and a mindset coach. There are certain things I've studied. Spiritually, yes, I have some knowledge. I'm knowledge-based, spiritual knowledge-based. But there are certain things through books, through people, psychologically, I've studied And and even science has proven this thing. And I've seen proof of these things. Okay. And one of them I've remarkably experienced is conversations. Conversations. There's what one of the, if you study your life, okay, go back in time that you've had some major milestones in shift. They do not come by practical things you do. They came through certain meetings, certain conversations you had with certain people. You involved in those conversations and it shaped your reality. I mean, if you can you can go back and you can say this is true. Okay. Now, if I could take a reback to the people that have even seen drastic financial change in my trading mentorship, guess what? It is not the principles of the market that they learned from me. It is the closure that they have, that they were able to discuss certain things. I was able to discuss certain things with them. All right. That shifted them. I had one of my students at one time came from the United States to Nigeria. I had one of my students came from Ghana to Nigeria. These people, they did extraordinary income. And guess what? The time they came, I never taught them anything trading. Just certain conversations shaped how they made money in the market. See, sometimes what you guys need, okay, it's not the stiffness of what you want that you are fighting for. It's the openness of the things you can hear that you can adapt to, you can assimilate, you can communicate. All right. Certain conversations will change your life. Certain conversations, I promise you. So when I try to, it's exhausting. Do you guys know I've been talking for the last 2 hours. Do you know it's exhausting for me to be talking? But what I'm doing is energizing. Mentally, it's empowering, but physically, it's exhausting. My mental power is stronger than my physical ability. That is why I can talk. As long as I'm giving value, I can give value for the next 6 hours. I will not feel it. It is after I'm done, my body will drain out. Okay. That's to tell you the energy of value it is. So something is really happening when you are taking value. But what multiplies that value is expression. I do not play. It's like you shock me. When I get into a meeting, a training, an event, or an opportunity for training, and there is an exposure, perspiration is the next thing. I have to because there are certain things that have to leave me. There are certain consciousness are always involved. You see those certain conversations, there are things that you cannot be trained. They will be processed by your questions. It is very powerful. Seek such environment. It's very okay. That is one of the things I can tell anybody this year. There are certain people you should be in the same room with. Take a journey out of yourself. Just spend some time with them. Okay. It will shape your life. I promise you. Do that. You know what I'm doing? I'm creating that opportunity for you. You're not paying for it. You're not separating. What you've done is you have separated yourself, taken that time. So when I say I want to do this call next time, you separate yourself. You will know that something is happening to you. And you express, because that's perspiration. Okay. Inspiration, perspiration. It's very, very powerful. Okay. So when I give you an opportunity to ask a question, dig deep. Don't be locked in. Free yourself. Okay. Just say things. Perspire. What happens is after perspiration, something happens. The seed for growth is established. All right. Good. So if there's no other person that wants to speak, I would have loved to hear from certain names. But I'll read what you guys have written. Okay, I think I can read. You say, I swear, build like Elijah said, I swear I want that closure to build discipline and consistency. Okay. Olubumi is a mindset reset. Develop the mindset to build wealth. Lasting growth need time to decide who want to be. Okay. I may go through this later. I hope you guys are posting it in the other group. Should I get into the market right now? Okay, so there's no question. Something tells me there is a question, but I don't know. Should I move? No question? All right. Sharon, how do we join your community? What are you doing here? Are you not already in my community? Sharon. Sharon, are you not already in the community? So, maybe on Sunday, I'm going to talk about, so those two things I put there on Sunday, maybe on Sunday, I'm going to detailedly talk about risk management. It's going to be we're going to have a theme, risk and money management, and it is going to be broker related, account related, trade related, everything that has to do with the money management side of a trading system. Okay, maybe on Sunday. You guys remind me. Okay, you guys remind me. So it is sorry, I can't unmute. I'm at work. Okay. So that would take care of, because most of you are just trading. Now I'm giving you guys a concept. There's also a practical part of conceptualizing the idea or the information that you had. Okay. I'll be able to help the best way I can. But the most important thing is the person who's following the instructions. You can't follow instructions, the instructions. Okay. So that's why there has to be a system, because I can't always be doing this. It's scattered. So a system of onboarding. We're creating a system of onboarding. Okay, over the course of this month, there's going to be a system of onboarding into a trading system. Okay. Because what I'm just doing right now is create. I told you guys the first phase of the year is to create belief. Some people have been broken. They need to believe back, to believe in what works. So far, so good. Am I doing well in the belief phase? Most of you are believing back. You now know that there's a future in trading. Okay. And there's a system and a structure to that. Okay. So whether you're even coming tomorrow, we can refer back to these things as a foundation to be able to help people. No. This is not just something that you can't experience this video right now. I don't know that you're in for something great. Am I correct? Okay. Yeah. And I've done several of this, but this one was just different. But in every of my call, there's something I'm always involved in, because if you do not hear these things, you will be in that program continuously. I want to reset. I want to try my best, and I believe I'm trying. Okay. So now after that, and that has to be a structural plan. That is where our system is going to come in. Okay. A system structural plan for number one, leverage, learning, and duplication. Okay, so there's a place where you have to leverage, there's a place where you have to learn, and every system to guide you through this. Okay, so you're not just coming in as someone who's experiencing. Now you're coming in into a program or getting into that phase. By the grace of God, that's going to be launched, this month of February, where people can know, okay, I want to join your program of trading. All right, I want to buy into your trading program. And guess what? It's a system. It's not really how am I going to put it? You guys are going to experience the difference. All right. I might be talking about it slightly, but it's going to be so powerful. Okay. At this point in time, I think I want to, let me see. It's 11 p.m. Let's see. You guys don't forget. Remind me about that video I said I wanted to share, man. Okay. So this is what S&P 500 yesterday, at least S&P 500 hit 3 over 3. 1:3. So this is a trade we called yesterday. If the market didn't come here, I think the market may still drop today. Okay, it may still want to drop to this low if it is selling. All right, how I'm going to treat this. So this might be a continuation of the downward exposure. So if we look at this from the critical eyes of this market, okay, after this break of structure, the market may actually still come back here, then drop again. It's possible. But S&P 500 is German. They are very good at 50% retracement. Okay, so if this has happened from yesterday, this is around 50 and 61. It's somewhere you always want to be watchful of, either 50% or 61.8. That's if we're working with this. If we're working with this move, this market actually bled out. It means it has defied 50%, 61.8, which means the market can fall back lower. All right. So, okay, for this move, okay, 60, this is 61.8. No, I'm not placing it well. If it is here, okay, this is 50%, this is 61.8. So this market can actually come back to this high. These are different layers. So it's on a downtrend right now. These are different layers. Okay, it could actually still drop. So this market can still push up, revolve, and drop down. But that's not where I'm going to trade it. Let that happen. Okay. But where I would love to get in, I have a concept for sell. What's my concept for sell? For every trade that I take in a certain account, it has to snipe. So I trade a snipe. So either I'm sniping the market to a previous day high, sniping the market for a sell to the previous day low. And that is determined by the first, all right, the first move in the London session. So this is the first candle in the London session. The market actually sniped low. Okay. Now, before the low, there was structure. Okay, there was structure. So anytime there is a structure, I always want structure to be broken or character. So when this market did this market had changed character. So if it closes below right now, that's the sell formation. But what I am choosing to do in this market, because I'm the one who chooses to invest. I'm an investor. I'm not just a trader. Okay, the reason I trade for my investment plan. So if this market breaks, it has confirmed my snipe plus structure. Okay, that is my approach for a sell. And if that happens, there's a target. But I need to see my risk. So this is going to be my risk. This is going to be my reward. This previous day low. Okay, so if the market breaks this structure right now, that's a continuation of the sell. That is how I'm going to approach this market for a sell. Okay, that is my decision today for the sell. Now, if the market has to buy, okay, do not forget, this is an area of a sell. The market is already in a sell liquidity drive. This is an area for a sell. Okay, this is the previous day high. It can push up to this level. That's also fine. Now, if I see a one-to-one, I can buy, but trust me, I don't really have the appetite to buy this. I don't look like I want to buy this market today. But if the market breaks above this area, this is the risk. Okay, and this would be a target. It hits one-to-one. This previous day high. This is a target for today if it decides to buy. But somewhere around me today, I'm tilted towards more of a sell. Okay. Someone said in the chat, say, Kenry, you still haven't shared what the 1% or the 2% do. Is that true, everyone? Did I share it or I didn't share it? So this is the scope of the sell, all right, and this is the scope of the buy. So what is needed for the buy, all right, which I'm not going to buy today, because as long as market is under this, all right, it's not too healthy for a buy. That maybe that I'm being sentimental on that one, okay? But if it breaks above this, that activated a buy snipe, and this is it. This is going to be the risk. Entry is going to be a 15-minute break, but it's going to be hard, trust me. Okay, but yeah, structure may not determine, just liquidity can. So if liquidity decides to drive, that's going to be a good trade for up. Okay, But one of the things I'm seeing today, likely market may consolidate. So it may actually just go make consolidate. This is good drive. This is, you see, after this market consolidated for a while. After this, okay, market didn't really consolidate after this. It's still kind of, so now is the time. It may consolidate to decide if it's going to continue that. Are you guys with me? So that's S&P 500. Okay, what I'll do in S&P 500, okay, for my sell. If you reject this and come back to sell, it's going to be very good. But if it breaks above, that's a buy. All right. S&P 500 is a pair for you to trade right now. Okay. It is kind of logical, very decisive moves compared to sometimes US 30 is double shipped. It is more manipulative compared to S&P 500 for the moment. Okay. Sometimes they differ. GBP JPY yesterday was a blip. All right. So this was GBP JPY buy yesterday. It hit the target. Okay, so after this expansion, I don't want to be a criminal to just, but I do know that there would be consolidation. So the market has actually hit this limit. All right, it did. So it's respecting it right now. If it is on premium, which means if market decides to sell, all right, there may be a good opportunity. Sorry, good opportunity on G. I told you something about GBP JPY. Okay, it's a market in the currency pair, it swings. It's good for swings. So now that I have the market rejecting the buys, there's something I'll just tell you about GBP JPY right now. If market takes this low away, so I'm going to be positioning for a sell. So this low will be my target, which is a change of character. There is no structure. Yes, there's a structure here. So if it breaks the structure, it's going to be fine. But don't forget, okay, these areas, okay, I don't really have a point of interest there. This is a point of interest. There is something here, but it broke. So if it is here, that's major point of interest. Yes, there is something here, which are these small structures. I may not overlook them totally, but I do know something that if the market breaks below those areas, it's going to be critical. It's going to be a critical sell. But because of that, I won't use because of that. But one thing I do know is a change of character will determine this market right now. There is a consolidation here, and this low, there was a structure here. This thing is not really looking too healthy, though. I can tell you this for free. All right. It's just sloppy up. It's not really structural. Let me see what it is on the 5 minutes. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this area is good. This area is good. We still have this. It's a little bit shaky, but I don't know if the market breaks this area. The market would have operated a change of character. All right. And that's when I'm going to start looking for a sell. Okay. I'm going to start looking for a sell. When the market breaks below this area, I'll start looking for a sell. It's going to be better. Okay. Because the market is on premium. If the volume is shaped in this direction, okay, then I can start operating to the previous day low, which is quite a good risk to reward. So this is good. This is my approach. I'm going to put an alarm on GBP JPY. It may not happen today, it may happen tomorrow, but it's good. Okay, this is what I'm going to be looking for in GBP JPY. All right. If market breaks below the 214, 350 area, I'm going to be selling. I'm going to be patient. Here is still above liquidity, but here's a change of character and it's also a break of structure. I'm going to like it. All right. So this is my projection for GJ. I'm going to put it on the group. The next thing is GJ sell inside. Which one did I do? I've not said. Okay, I did. What was the first one? S&P 500. Okay. Okay, so let me quickly move. So yesterday we also had EU. So this market is purely consolidating. I told you after every expansion, there's a menace. So there's expansion, consolidation, expansion. So it's consolidating. It broke below, almost actually hit exit, but it refused again. All right. So it's consolidating. So when this market is like this, I don't want to do anything. It already expanded for the breakout today. Okay. I think market closed here. It's already expanding. So there's a possibility that the market is going to drop here. There's no much potential, so I'll stay out of this market for today. Okay. Let me see what GU is. I think GU. G is quite interesting. Hold on, let me go to GU. GU is quite interesting. Let me see. This is going to be good, guys. This is going to be good. So I told you guys, if there is the next opening of a bullish candle, I'm going to buy GU. All right. The next opening of a bullish candle, let me see what the 4 hour is. Yeah, this is good. This is a break, this is a retest. The next opening of a bullish candle, either on the 1 hour or on the 4 hour, is going to be a buy, and it's going to be a beautiful buy. Okay. So it's either the market buys here or it's going to break below to sell here. Those are the two things I'm waiting for in GU. Okay. So I'm going to wait for a bullish closing on this market, and that's what I'm going to be trading. I actually did this structure, was it how many days ago? And I think it's broken, it's retesting right now. I'm going to wait for it. 1 hour time frame. This price action, not snipe. Okay. Now, if you want to approach it as a snipe, it means you have to wait for the market to, what am I saying? To break above this area before you can get in. Okay, so that I'm also going to take that for a snipe. If it breaks above this first candle, okay, market breaks above this first candle, that's going to be my buy snipe on GU. It has to break above that for me to buy, and I'm on 1 hour. Let me change it to, okay, sorry. Yeah, it has to break above this. Okay, and Asian low is going to be, yeah, just see, depending on how, wherever this one close. Okay, I'll be patient for this trade to get up to this. So this is the target for the trade. It is good. It's a good trade. If it breaks above this area, that's a snipe. The moment it breaks and closes in 15 minutes, you can actually take this trade for a buy. So it has an opportunity for a close. The moment this candle close, right, I'm in GU. All right. It's very, very close. So you guys can watch out for this. It's a trade that most likely is going to happen today. It's going to happen today. GU buy. I'm giving you guys overdose now, right? So that's a okay, that gold is remaining. So gold. So gold hit our exit yesterday, premium. So we caught the buy yesterday on the snipe. All right, we're already on the swing. We've been on the swing since a couple of days ago. So we actually, I reshaped this market, but we had an entry somewhere around here. Okay, and market is well over 1 to 3 already on this market. Okay, but I closed my trade this morning anyway. I closed my swing. I want to rest today. So let's see how today plays out. Okay, so gold is recuperating this area. There is structure playing out, it's consolidating. All right, it already did a sell snipe, which is in a structure. That's why most of the time I always advise, okay, a strategy to add to your snipe, okay, just let it break below the structures. So this is a swing low, though it's structural, but if market breaks below this area right now, there may be a nose diving. All right, there may be a nose diving on gold. If it breaks below this area, it's going to be competitive sell. It's going to be a good sell. It means it wants to continue the downward movement, and this is going to be the reward. It's actually a good sell. Yes, there may be a challenge here, but by that time you would have also exited one-to-one. Oh no. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it for that sell. All right. Yeah. The reason I'm saying here, the market broke. If it comes back, there may be some challenge here, but if it breaks below right now, that's an entry on a sell on gold. Okay. Now, if it breaks above, that's an entry for a buy on gold, because why? It still have premium levels upward. So this is both a buy and a sell trade. Okay. This is where I'm going to sell. Okay. And if it snipes above, this is where I'm going to buy. So gold is more structural today. I'm just going to follow the structures of gold today. So this is my gold, approach. It has to close below this area for a sell on the 15 minutes. Very sweet approach. Same goes. All right. When it closes above, I'm going to enter. The instruction is quite simple. I've given you guys a structure. What is it going to take me to enter the trade? Market has to close below. Okay. You could put a line. You could use the 5031 area and the yeah 5031 area. Gold is going to be interesting today. All right, maybe today into Friday might actually complete this whole move if it needs to buy. Okay, or it's gonna drop down to the consolidation. So if it breaks above the 5091 area and closes on a 15-minute candle, I'm going to buy gold. Okay, same goes to if it closes below the 5031 area, I'm going to sell gold. But today, even if I have to do any of this trade, I'm going to under leverage. All right, because the short might be temporary, but the long might be continuous. Any question on gold? All right, but that's going to be my gold approach. Let me put that on the chat. Okay, that's about my time for the market. That's my time for the market. Aha, something crossed my mind. Something crossed my mind. I know I don't do this much, okay, but I want to do this today. Okay, I want to see, trade like an investor, build structures. All right, so Olubumi, I'm going to come to your question. I asked a question, nobody had responded. See, I have the mindset of an investor. There are opportunities all around you. There's what we call, I need everybody to write, what's your portfolio goal for 2026? So there's trading capital portfolio that is from broker. What is your crypto portfolio? You need to start thinking as an investor. There's a training I'm going to do on portfolio. I'll share. Because there's certain things you guys have to know. These opportunities are lying around you. Many of you don't know how to take advantage of them. You should learn to take advantage of crypto. Okay? Take advantage of stocks. So in time, in our trading system, okay, we're going to be having people give us updates and training on stocks, on crypto investing. We're going to have, it's part of our portfolio system, okay? So you guys know that you're born to be an investor. So crypto-wise, I need to give you guys a consciousness on crypto. If you have money, okay, if you're earning income, set 25% of it right now in this present time, 25% of your earnings, and invest in crypto. All right. There are three main projects you would want to invest in. Write this project down. Okay. If it is stock, NVIDIA, okay, invest in repo or the ecosystem around the repo project. Then now invest in Bitcoin. Maybe you could do 60, 70% of your portfolio, divide it into this project, you should also, if you have the size of invest in BNB project, BNB coin right now, invest in it. All right. Then invest in BTC. Put some of your portfolio long-term in BTC. What did I say? 25% of your, so it's an operational thing. It's not that you're putting one block money, no. So I earn 100,000, take 25,000 and put in, divide among this portfolio. You do this over a period of 1-2 years, you're going to be shocked what you're saved in crypto and how these things have grown to have given you what you, man, you're going to be shocked. Do that. It's one of the ways of investing, all right, in your virtual real asset, like virtual real estate. Do that. Okay. I'm not going to have structural trainings on how to diversify your portfolio. I'm going to bring in experts. Okay. People, I have crypto portfolios. My children, they do. Okay. My family has. All right. Invest in these things. They're very, 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 very good. Okay. So, the only question remaining, say, Kenvry, you still haven't shared what the 1% do. And I asked the question, did I share that on the call? It's not actually 1%. I mentioned 2%. So Olubunmi happened not to think I shared. Now I'm asking everyone, did I share? So let me know. Who else think I didn't share? This is a very, very, like this. If I'm leaving this call not understanding that you guys understand the idea I paced about what the 2% do, that's dangerous. So there are over 20 something of you on this call. Nobody is answering me if I shared. I need you guys to be practical with response. I asked the question, I'm waiting for the question. Hey, you guys are the one on the call. You're the one listening. You're the one. So, hey, Kenfrey, you didn't share. Oh, you shared. Come on. It's not a debate. It's not an intellectual question. It's a practical question. It all comes down to how we listen to information. Okay? It all comes down to how we listen to information. So practically, I can take it in the score right now that majority of you did not even get the concept I paced about what the 2% did. Because if you did, the next question I will ask you, how practical would you be about that? So thank God I didn't even ask that question. I would have been disappointed more than I am right now. Okay, so in a training, I'm conceptualizing ideas. Okay, so what did the 2% do that scale? I gave a practical data, okay, on principle. And that principle is about value shared. So they have communities. I went depth with these 2% that scale through the high. They are built with the principle of sharing value. And I talked about community, how they have community. And I reflected my experience on that. And I journeyed into how partnership, okay, being part of the vision. I went in depth into this vision on how, okay, we're building this community right now. I could decide to use system or I could decide to use partners. Come on. Wasn't that practical enough? What were you looking to hear? That's a big question I'm asking myself. Like, I went into details. Are you guys with me? Or to communicate the concept of the 2%. What the mindset, the approach to value. Are you here to take value, or you're here to create structures to multiply value? All right. Is it a question that you lack value, you want money, or you want to what? Amplify value? That's really what's going to determine if you're going to be in the category of the investors or wealth creation in the same environment, your approach. So every one of you right now, you agree that you have value. Are you creating a tree, or you're just licking and eating the fruit? Either way, you get value. Okay. God will help us in this our journey of learning. All right. God will help us. God will help most of you, every one of you. That's why I pray when I come into it, because the truth is, it's really by grace of God. Okay. It takes the grace of God to get into certain instructions and conversations. Don't allow things pass you. To be able to grasp information, sometimes it takes grace. Okay. And naturally, there are things in you that repel the knowledge that will change you. You have to be intentional in accepting them. If I have to practically assess this call, it's revelational. It's informational, it's revelational, and it's also instructional. What's the revelation part of the call? What you didn't know about your journey in trading, what category of phase you fall in, hype, investment, or I practically reveal that to you. So that's informational. Okay, this is the data that is apportioned to every phase. That is informational. Okay, revelational is you get to see yourself in the data. Instructional is what are you going to do about it? I gave you guys a guide. Now you have a community. You have the value, you have the community. What are you going to do about it? That's instructional. So it's either some of you are going to stay in information, stay in revelation, and just womb over revelation and say, oh, I want to get into instructions. I want to be able to start building the structures for growth and value while I'm learning. Because I said, when I came into this environment, I never thought to become a professional trader. That wasn't, see, I need you guys to understand, okay? Everybody learns to trade, but not everybody becomes a successful trader. But the principles I applied in trading, value orientation, value driven, has made me sustainably create success from trading. So I rest more in the principles more than the value. Right now, I've moved from, okay, so there's a phase where you have to now understand value, give value. There's now a place where you have to systematically automate value. That's the stage I'm going into right now, systems. Okay, I've manually done it, and I realize I want to scale what I've done. I have proof of work now. I want to scale. Okay, so now I've dealt with, from the community perspective, now I'm building into system. I've been investing over the last 3 years for this system of transfer of value. Okay, I want to be able to sit in my home and someone will not experience a 24-hour without using my system to make money, whether by practical, whether by operational, whether by automation, okay, or by conscious learning. You would experience value, and this is going to be driven into millions of families. Okay, that is what I've been investing on over the last 3 years. Setting up the structures and systems to transfer values into millions. And guess what? It is ready. It's going to be launching in this month. And this is, I'm a practical person. Now, some of you, well, maybe not some of you here, someone is going to see me tomorrow. Let me not even say it. He's a successful trader, man. This guy is making millions from trading. Someone will be selling me as a successful trader. And a lot of people are going to be buying into the program because they will be seeing the success side of the trader, but they never saw the 3 years process. of the investing, of the driving of value, automation, systematically building structure. They didn't see that. But they will buy into it. And they wouldn't say, I will not be telling people to sell, they will be selling it. Let's wake up from this program. And that's really the same thing I want you guys to have. Just to note that it's a lot to process since this involves rewire. Yeah. And that's why do you know why I don't rush things? That's why I recorded the call. There are certain things I don't rush. All right. And I like certain things to be spontaneous. When I started this call, I said something. My goal is not just to give value. Now I've extended to another layer. So there are 4 phases in learning and teaching. One of the things I made a decision, I did a course in 2023, all right, with one of the biggest, I don't know if you guys know this man, Myron Golden, okay? The guy is big when it comes to process expansion business. I did a course. My mentor instructed me to do a course, okay? And he gave one of the things I took, apart from the structures of business positioning, drive value, one of the things I took, all right? Because in life, you have to understand your value set, okay? Being a coach, I needed to understand my value set, and the good, and I think that's one of the things that following instruction does. Okay, everything he taught about, I have an instrumental knowledge already about the things, but there's something that broke it all for me. Okay, those thousands of dollars I invested in that training, it was just a 5-day training. What was in it for me was he made me understood the layers of learning and teaching. I'm a coach. I'm in the business of passing value, whether as a minister, whether as a father, as, a content creator, a coach, a trader who has a community. It is about the value set of passing information. And he broke it into 4. And I need you guys to take this. All right. There is tactics, there is strategy, there's principles and laws, and there is essence. The highest form is essence. Essence drives depth. The people who are at the level of principles and essence, these are the people, this is the layer of becoming. The layer of achieving a proof of product or proof of service is in strategy, is in tactics and strategies. And that is what sales value is built on. They want to show you tactics and strategies. You can earn through tactics and strategies, but to become, all right, you need to move into principles and essence. I dug deep, and see what has happened to me. I invested about maybe $2,300 in that course. But what that has done for me, I cannot even fathom. The only thing I can go back to say is I was having a swell time while I was taking stock of the year. I was having a very tough time. I launched the business was having a tough time. I did everything as a coach and a mentor. I'm always value oriented. I was assessing my year, it was tough. And I had a conversation with my mentor. And the only thing he could tell me in all of the things I said, he said I should go buy this course. Follow the instruction. And what I've done over the last 3 years has positioned me. See, money is not a problem. Many of you lack instruction. You lack guidance. I'm being honest right now. I can remove because of instruction, not because of what I wanted. It's not because I was named Kenry. The name and the brand behind Kenry Mo is built from instructions. I'd always subjected myself to an environment of guidance. And I thank God for the people I have around me because I invested in them, either by money or by impact and value. And these things are what sails me to delay. Now, from that 2,000, is it 2,900 or 2,300 investment in a 5-day training? The product of that alone is more than a 1 million interest. That simple course. The product it has, not what I've benefited, apart from what I've benefited already from it, what is pushing me into, I couldn't have taught it. How? What am I trying to say? There is nothing as free. Many of you today, I'm trying to place it in a way, let it be confusing a bit so that you go process it. Many of you don't understand. There is nothing as free. There's just access. Then financial layer. Okay. This same course that was sold at that amount of money for 5 days, I can get it on YouTube. Oh, man. What produced the result in me is not the cost of the course. It's not the value of the course. What a lot of people don't know, and this is what I've experienced, because I see things from a perspective of the Spirit. It was preparation and obedience. My mind was prepared. The scriptures, Isaiah 1:19 says, and this is the foundation of all my financial discipline and life itself. It says, if you be willing, if you be obedient. To be willing is to be prepared. There is a goal and you're prepared. If you be willing and if you be obedient, I'll give you the good. So it's not really about the environment. It's not really about the course, the strategies, the process. It's about the person. Okay, I was prepared. I had a hunger. I was in a process. The scripture, if you be willing and obedient, what's the willing? With that, obedient needs an instruction. So when we went through the course, I promise you, 90% of what was shared, I already knew. But there was something that I didn't know. I had the idea, but how it was placed, that was my biggest. I've gone through the course, it's 3 years now, but one thing that has shaped me over the last 3 years is just one thing I got. And the only reason I got it was because I followed the instruction. The timing was right. I followed the instructions. Okay. And I'll tell you, I would relate this back to, okay, many of you probably won't have seen what's about to happen. Only a few people who are close to me know what's going to happen, all right? Okay, and I've even give you guys a financial figure about it. But let me go back to the name Kendrick Moore. Being an educator in I Am Academy was based on an instruction. I followed an instruction from a mentor. That is what positioned me to become the Kendrick Moore you know today. And the life that I now have, I'm looking back, wow, if I hadn't followed that instruction, I was willing and obedient. And guess what? The instruction was not to favor me. Nothing about the instruction, at the point I saw the instruction, favored me. It did not even align with the goal I came into trading with, into the environment with. But because I understand the scriptures, they follow those who through faith. And if you be willing and obedient, principle, I understand the principles of growth. It comes from willingness and obedience and following instructions. Okay? Because the truth is, I don't know what I don't know. But if there's someone who knows it and I've done it, I should follow that person. And sometimes that is a principle. If I obey that principle, I'll get the result of the principle, not my result. That is how I built every layer. It's not about what you're chasing. It's not about how much you have. It's not about what your goal, your desire, your burning factor. It's all in a principle. Yes, you can use tactics to earn some certain things, but to come to a certain level, you need to become. To become, it takes principles, essence, laws. This is the level I operate in, and I'm trying to infuse it in my training. I am training I'm training tactics. I give you strategies. It can help you earn, but I'm not staying there. I'm building principle. There's a principle to money, and that's one of the things I've shared in this call. Value. Understand. I'm always sharing in every call. I'm bringing principle into what? Learning. So that you understand that to build wealth, it takes principles to build wealth. It doesn't take knowledge alone. So there's one of the scriptures, say true knowledge, say true understanding wealth is for you to follow an instruction, there comes a certain type of knowledge and understanding. So to gain understanding of tactics and strategies is beautiful. That can establish you in the journey. But to get to the destination, you need principles and the highest form, which is purpose. You cannot fulfill purpose in life. The reason to existence. And it all comes back to God. In the business environment, people don't want to involve God. But you will never even be there. If you are in business without the purpose, whoa, who are that? And why will you not struggle? Okay. So now, are there people in business who doesn't have God? Absolutely, yes. But there are people who are in this world today that are extremely rich, extremely powerful financially, that has a hunger for purpose. They thought money could find purpose, depth of purpose, but it's lacking, it's absent. And they keep driving themselves to looking for things that will fulfill them after all this happenstance of finance. But it does not live in money, it lives in God. So at the end of the day, I start with God because that's how I want to finish. So it's a choice, all right? But in my journey, I start from essence and I'm building down to tactics. That's my approach. So whilst you follow me, understand that there's a depth. So the principle in the 2%, it's not the principle about trading, it's a principle about money. Money, understand the principle of money. It has to be driven to value. So whilst you're on the journey of earning it, leverage the principle. That's your goal. It's like going to school. I want to get a certificate, but I want to be rich and wealthy. So while I'm getting a certificate for establishing a journey, okay, I also want to build the principles of investing in becoming wealthy. And that principle, okay, is instructed in value. What value are you driving today? So many of you, you've made 2%, 4%, 5% around you today, or within the course of the week. Next week is going to come, you're going to make that some money. Upper wage income, you're going to make. You're probably growing, and you're excited about it. All right. But this same environment, some people every day they come, a friend joins. They are asking, how can we grow? Might I tell you, part of the people that will be the foundation for the growth system, I met them during the vision. When they came in, they've already made themselves an alliance and partnership with group. They've created structures. They've done, I don't even want to say some certain things. Some people submit themselves for growth. And guess what? Most of these people, they are not available in this trading structure, but guess what? They will be trading and making more money more than you do. That's a deeper conversation. But I want to tell you, everybody can be a part of it, consciously and unconsciously. Okay? God bless each and every one of you. It's been a privilege and a pleasure to have shared this beautiful Wednesday with you guys. All right. I hope you guys process, make conscious note of what you want to do with this information that you have been exposed to. How do you want to shift and drift from the gamble set? Because you're there now. It has been revealed. You're there now. But do you still want to continue there, or you want to start making a journey of creating a trading process that will make you an investor? But whilst you're doing that, all right, you are journeying towards creating the structures for wealth as well, passing value. Okay. So sometimes I feel instructed to give you guys a Something came to mind, but I just said, no, Henry, this is not your approach. Okay, and I don't want to overstress the hand that can come naturally. Okay, so as time goes on, I'm going to create fun. I'm going to create inspiration. Yes, I can do that when the business starts. But right about now, I'm leaving everybody to making decisions of, am I going to add value? Because that's my person. I want to add value to the lives of other people. Kenry is really giving value right now. I want other people to get value. So not everybody's going to do it, but some people will do it by default. And the truth is, I'm watching. All right, I'm watching. So with that being said, wow, that is 3 hours of training. That was powerful. 3, 9, 10. Beautiful. Okay. So